Good morning, fellow wanderers. If you can see my steering wheel, you know what you're in store for. Car vlog. A car vlog. In Parshas Nasa, we learn about the sota, or the adulterous woman, or the suspected adulterous woman. And the process that's used to find out if this woman is adulterous is where they take water from the kior. The kior was the copper water basin that the Kohanim used to wash their hands and feet before doing the holy service of the temple. And the question that we have to wonder about is, why was the water specifically taken from the kior? That's a good question. Our sages teach us that the kior was famously made from the copper mirrors that the women used in Egypt to keep up their physical appearance and keep the attraction of their husbands. And when the women came and offered their copper mirrors to Moshe Rabbeinu in the construction of the utensils for the holy Mishkan, Moshe Rabbeinu was initially not so cool with that idea, and he said, wait a second, I don't want to use these copper mirrors because the women were using them for vanity purposes. And Hashem responded to Moshe Rabbeinu, no, if anything, these are the most precious things to me, because the mothers of Klal Yisrael kept the normal, stable family life alive during the incredible oppression of Egypt by keeping up their physical appearances and keeping the attraction of their husbands and growing Klal Yisrael. And these copper mirrors were called Maros Hatzavos, or the mirrors of the armies. Well, because the women were able to keep normal family life going, they increased the population of Klal Yisrael and henceforth increased their military size. So if you think about it, the mothers are the generals of all the armies, which makes a lot of sense. But there's an important lesson that we can learn from this one little tidbit in this week's Parsha. That normal, stable married life needs to continue. In a recent article that was posted by my friend Ariella, there is an interesting insight that we focus so much on our children that sometimes we forget about the needs of our spouses. And that door swings both ways, both from the husband and the wife. It's not a one-way street. Judaism looks at everything in the world as a conduit to be closer to God. And in my personal opinion, I don't think there's any way to be closer to God than maintaining that healthy, happy, normal married relationship. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Parshas Naso. Thank you to Keith for asking me to share my view of the world as I see it through the lens of the Torah. I haven't been able to do that recently. And my next video, which I'm going to really work on, is my response to the kosher switch. I'm in the middle of doing a lot of research, but I should have something out within the next 2 weeks. Thank you so much to my core of 200 or so viewers that spend their valuable time watching me blab. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bezras Hashem.